Hey, what's going on? Reece here. Wanted to shoot a quick video and talk about why there is no one thing that will grow your business. And this is going to be really sad for you because in pretty much all ads that you see, all types of marketing that any of these gurus or really any of these big guys are doing is they always push one thing. They always tell you that if you get this one thing right, you will scale your business and make millions and be able to travel the world. Well, yesterday I came to Cape Town and I can tell you one thing for sure. It didn't come from one thing. I just realized how crazy that sounds. But the important part that I want to drill in here is that there are many, many things, and there is no one thing. And whenever somebody tells you there is one thing, it's not because they're lying. Part of it is marketing. But I will honestly say that for a lot of people, it's because they believe that there is just one thing. If they had an issue with finding a good media buyer, then they will say to you, hey, the one thing that you need to do to grow your agency is to find a new media buyer and you will be on top of the world. Or they may say, if they're struggling to get meetings and then they found this secret hack with cold email, which really means that they just tested a bunch of emails, kept optimizing, found one that worked, and now they're like, this is my secret hack. And then they come to you saying, this is the one thing that you need to change in your cold emails to book 50 to 60 meetings a month, like all of this, right? It's not because they're lying to you. It's because that was the one thing for them. And you've got to realize that everybody has their own one thing. And if you keep listening to marketers that say this is the one thing, you will not find your one thing. And to be honest with you, for many, many people, there isn't just one thing. There's a few one things. There's multiple one things. But the reason that I want to keep those separate, not saying there's multiple things and then not saying that there's a single thing, and the reason that I say there's multiple one things, if you can really understand what I'm saying here, although it sounds a bit complicated, if you can separate those two things, you'll realize that each one thing will take you a step further. So it's not like if I say there are multiple things and this implies that you need all of those things. That's not necessarily the case. You may just need a few one little things to get you to that next point. I hope that makes sense, okay? So yes, their one thing works for them. Yes, they're selling the one thing because that's what they're selling. And we all know that if somebody really wants to niche down and become an expert at one thing, it's going to sell better. So then they come out in their marketing and they say, hey, buy this one thing. There's a big problem with this. And the big problem with this is that a business is a group of systems. That's what a business is. And I'm going to make some notes here. A business is a group of systems, right? And those systems can be a multitude of different things. Obviously, this video is catered to those in the agency space. So the system can be, obviously there's the fulfillment system, there's the acquisition system, the retention system, the lead generation system, the lead nurture system, the lead conversion system. There is your system of how you manage your finances, the reporting system, which is under the fulfillment. So there's a fulfillment system, and then under the fulfillment system, there's also reporting. There's also team, which maybe is in a different, maybe that's not in fulfillment, but like it's part of the business. It's part of your systems is managing people, hiring people, training people, paying people. There are all these different systems, okay? So understand that. But the main thing that I want you to understand is that a business is a group of systems. If you solve just one thing, if you know that there is that one thing that's going to get you to the next level, then fair enough. You know that. But if you're listening to somebody saying it's one thing and you buy that one thing, it might not work for you. That's what I want to get out there. Because if your business is I normally say that there's 5 areas of focus for an agency. There's lead generation, lead nurture, lead conversion, fulfillment, and ascension, right? These are like the 5 main areas of focus when it comes to your business. And there are systems underneath this and the way that they work. So under lead generation, let's just say that you get a data miner. Well, then you also need a system of hiring, paying, etc. And then fulfillment, I gave a couple examples before, so I'll come back to that. And I will say reporting, onboarding, and then that can be broken down, paying, contracts, bunch of systems, right? And if you're only just focusing on this one thing, you're not going to get the rest of the systems right. You may, if you find somebody that's going to give you a data miner, then sure, you're going to get the data miner. But you're still going to have all of these problems here. Unless you work with somebody that's going to help you for each different section of this, and it help you with the systems level, which is what I focus on, is the systems level, then you're not going to really get it right, because you're just going to get a data miner. If you just go to somebody and they say, yeah, I'm going to get you a data miner, $3 an hour, pay me X amount up front, and then I'll give you the data miner, and then you just pay the data miner, right? You're going to get the data miner, but then you're not going to have what comes next, which is actually the appointment setting structure, etc. Right? And the last thing that I want to mention here is that there are more sections, such as mindset. Because what a lot of people will do, they will focus on mindset or business. The mindset guys will say, you only need mindset. If you get your mindset right, you're going to be great. The business guys will say, you only need the business systems. You need to get all of the business systems right. And to be honest with you, during the first half of 2022, I was more of a business guy. I was more saying to everybody, you need to get your business right. But then I realized that the sixth system, the sixth area of focus is mindset. And this comes first because it's so, so, so important. But this by itself, although I say it comes first, it may pop up at different times, because this is something that all of these sections are constantly changing. Let's remove the duplicate. These systems are always constantly changing. So again, there is never a one thing. There is many one things. In the mindset, again, you can break that down further into false beliefs, confidence, whatever else. But if you only focus on mindset, then really it becomes like a law of attraction thing where you're just manifesting and you're just sitting around not doing work, saying, hey, the opportunities will come to me. And there is truth behind that, because if you sit down and you just think about something, you put your mind to something and you really, really think, a lot of the time the body will actually give you ideas and you will find yourself coming into ideas. But if you only do that, then you're taking the control away from you and you're putting it into something unknown. And then when we do that, we kind of lose the business focus. Whereas if we only do the business focus, we don't have the mindset, and we just have the systems. We just have the systems. And if we only have the systems, that's okay. But if we have good systems and we don't do it, that's not okay. And that happens because we don't have a mindset. If you find yourself not doing something, it's because you've got the business systems, maybe, or maybe you don't. But let's just say you do have the business systems and you're still not doing the work. It's because there's a flaw in your mindset, most likely. If you have joined a program, and this is something that I work with. Sorry, there's an ant flying around on the desk and I don't really want to touch it. This is something I have to deal with or work with my mentorship students who are agency owners. And they join my program first and foremost because I'm going to go through all of these systems with them, make sure that every single stage is going to be built out and working. That's the main reason that people work with me. But we also have to discuss mindset, because mindset is a business system too. It's not just the business side, it's really the mindset side plays a massive part. But I really want to stress this, and I can't stress this enough. It's not just mindset. Mindset is not the one thing. Lead generation is not the one thing. Ascension is not the one thing. There are multiple one things, and everybody has their own multiples of their own one things. I hope that makes sense. I really want to separate this understanding that there isn't a one thing. There are multiple one things. And if you only buy somebody's one thing, you only get one thing and not the multiples of the one thing. I hope that makes sense. I probably could have worded that a little bit better, but I stuck with it because it's what I said at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to leave this here. This was quite impromptu. I just wanted to kind of put this out because I see ads all the time of people saying, this is this one thing, this one business model, or this or this or that. And there is never just a singular one thing. There are always multiple things. It's a better way to put it. There are always multiple things. There's never one thing. There are multiple things. But each of those things will get you somewhere. And that's why I've been communicating it the way that I have, by multiple one things. Because each thing will get you a step further, which is incredible. And then you'll realize, if you're smart, you'll have a look at what you're doing. And if you are smart and you do look at what you're doing, then you'll realize that there's something else that's missing. And don't listen to that guru that tells you that they have the one thing that will get you to where you want to be. You need to sit down, open a pen and paper, write down the problem that you're having and get deep on why you're having that problem. Understand where that problem is coming from. When you have the true core reasoning of the problem, you'll get to a point where you will say that I have this problem because this problem because this problem, and both those problems are the same. That's when you will know that you really get to the core issue. And let's just say that you're struggling to book meetings, and then you get to the core problem, which is just the fact that you have no fucking idea what you're doing. If that's where you get to, then it comes really, really clear that you just need to go to somebody that does know what they're doing, and you just get what they know, and you get that. But just remember again that that's just going to be like one side. It's going to book your appointments. That's it. That's all I got today. I just wanted to get this video again. I was sitting here eating my yogurt. And I was like, hey, let me quickly record a video. So yeah, I hope you found this valuable. I don't know where I'm putting this, maybe Facebook. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, because I'm out in South Africa and the vibe is so beautiful that I'm gonna record these like little odd videos now and again. I didn't bring my tripod, otherwise I would have a proper video. So this is why I'm shooting it with Loom right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video valuable, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Remember, business is a collection of systems. If you only pay attention to one system, then you'll miss the rest. Take care.